Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to This Week in Rewards right here on the RWRDS Canada YouTube channel. We're covering August 12th to 18th, 2023 in this episode. Before we get into it, be sure to hit the like button if you like today's episode and content, and be sure to subscribe as well to our channel so you can check out all the videos we have, not just this Week in Rewards, but our podcast on here and any other videos we put up. And be sure to hit that notification bell as well. I'm saying that lots right now, but anyways, at least I'm saying be sure to do that lots right now. Let's get right into it. Thank you everybody again for tuning in, and for those of you who do choose to like and subscribe. Big week this week, big week in terms of news because of the changes to the American Express Platinum Card and Business Platinum Card. If you have not seen the post yet up on our site, I'll go into the details here. I'll put the link below too so you can read and see all the details. Lots of talk about this across the sites and forums and blogs. We'll start off with the consumer card, the Platinum Card. Canada's best ultra premium card is seeing its annual fee jump up to $799 from $699. So an extra $100 per year, and supplementary cards are jumping from $175 to $250 each per year. Now, you may be asking, okay, so they're bumping up the price. What do I get in return? Honestly, mainly just one thing on the Consumer Platinum, and that's they are adding a $200 annual dining credit. So $100 more for the card, but you're getting a $200 dining credit. But I want to put a big asterisk beside that dining credit because it's pretty specific. It's only available when you spend $200 or more at set restaurants in the global Amex dining collection, of which there's 109 here in Canada. So you have to go and use your card at any one of those 109 restaurants and spend $200 more in one shot, and then you'll get a $200 credit. So for some people, this is great. They're going to love this. You're getting $100 free here basically to go dining because you're only paying $100 more for the Platinum Card. And you get this $200 credit at a lot of great restaurants across Canada. A big proportion of those are in the Toronto area, 43 out of the 109. So roughly about 40% of the restaurants are in Toronto, which, I mean, makes sense. The Platinum Card is very Toronto heavy. When I've talked to Amex in the past, most Platinum Card holders, I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but I'll say a large proportion of them are in the Toronto area. So it makes sense that this card is kind of Toronto-centric. It has the Toronto Pearson benefits. 40% of the restaurants are in the Toronto area. I mean that's the population of Canada too. Most people, the biggest proportion of Canadians are in that Toronto area, so it just makes sense. But that doesn't mean other places don't. I mean, Calgary has 9 restaurants here. Am I going to use that credit? Hard to say. I mean, those 9 restaurants are in downtown. I'm a suburbanite living way on the outskirts of the city, so if I make it downtown, perhaps. But again, spending $200, we'll have to see. It's good to know that it's there, that benefit is there. Some people will like it. Others will have absolutely no use for that benefit. I mean, Edmonton, I believe, only has 2 restaurants. Winnipeg maybe has 1 or 2. So it really depends where in the country you are and where you travel, whether that dining credit will really make sense for you. What we're losing in that dining credit is the earn rates on this Consumer Platinum Card are dropped from 3 points to 2 points per dollar. That's a really unfortunate change. I kind of wish that they had kept it at 3 because of the limitations to that dining credit. But we've said it for many years on the RWRDS Canada site. The Platinum Card, the majority of Platinum Card holders are not in it for the points. They're in it for the benefits and credits. So, the dining credit and all the other credits and benefits on the card. Point earning is secondary on this card to what else it provides. So they're dropping it to 2 points to kind of make up for that change. So unfortunately for those who have been using the card to earn the 3 points, but I mean, when you have something like the Cobalt Card, which earns 5 times points on dining, it's kind of a null point. I mean, I have both cards and all my dining goes on Cobalt cards. So it kind of makes sense to, I can't say it makes sense in terms of consumers losing this point. It is unfortunate, but I think it makes sense for Amex's point to drop that earn rate. But really unfortunate in the end for sure. The other thing the consumer card will be getting, or well, they're promising, is $200 or more of annual credits like member extras. Now these will be found in the Amex offers section. And right now, it is some of the current offers that are on the card, like the Disney Plus credit for an annual subscription, Holt Renfrew, Lululemon, those type of things. The difference between these member extras that are being promised for Platinum and the one and actual Amex offers is this is for all card holders. You don't have to be targeted for it because, as we know, most Amex offers are targeted. One Platinum card holder may get the Shell offer that was just seen a few months ago, whereas another Platinum card holder may not. This won't be the case. This will be for all Platinum card holders. They're going to get these offers, and they may change from time to time, whether it's every 6 months, 12 months. But Amex did tell me that they are promising that there will be at least $200 of value there at all time for the card members. So that covers the Platinum card changes. So those are the changes. Everything else stays the same. Lounge access, no changes there, which is great because as we know in the U.S., you have to spend $75,000 per year on the card to get some of the lounge access benefits that we get that we don't have to spend. We still get the $200 annual travel credit, still get the Marriott Elite status, Hilton Elite status. Everything else on the card is still there. So everything I covered are strictly the changes. Business Platinum card. Big change on the annual fee, going from $4.99 to $7.99 per year. So that seems like a big jump. However, they get more to the card now. It's going to be more like the consumer card. It gets a $200 annual travel credit, so that covers $200 of the $300 jump in annual fees. It also receives the $100 Nexus credit that you get once every 4 years, which is seen on the personal Platinum as well. They don't get the dining credit, but what they get instead is a $120 wireless credit. So $10 per month, up to 12 months per year, so up to $120 per year, with approved wireless providers, which I assume should be most Canadian ones, so Rogers, TELUS, those type of things. If you charge it to your Business Platinum, you get a $10 monthly credit for charging your cell phone bill to the card. I kind of wish that they put this on the personal Platinum too. I'd use that more than the dining credit personally, unless the dining credit was of course opened up to all restaurants, but that's just me. Anyways, so $320 in extra credits added to this card. I guess if you include the Nexus benefit, $420 potentially in 1 year for that $300 extra annual fee. So the Business Platinum, pretty equal, because they didn't take anything away from the Business Platinum other than, I guess you have to pay $300 extra per year, but you get more credits on the card. Its earn rate remains at the flat 1.25 points per dollar spent on all spending. So that's the change to the Business Platinum. Yeah, and that covers that's the biggest news of this week for August 12th to 18th was the changes to the Platinum cards from American Express. So the next thing we're going to cover is an article that's been on the RWRDS Canada site for better part of 6 years, and that is maximizing the RBC Avion airline reward chart. So this was updated for 2023. It was in dire need of an update. Well, more of the examples, really, because not much has changed to the actual airline or Avion airline air travel redemption schedule or whatever. That's a long name, that official name, something like air travel redemption schedule. But anyways, we all know it as an award chart. So this article has been updated, mainly the examples, because the old examples were from 2017 and flight pricing has changed. The way pricing is put out by the airlines has changed. So we had to update that. And really, the main takeaways from this is now we've added the notes that you can redeem for one way with these charts. Here, I'll put up the chart actually so you guys can see what it, this is the latest chart from RBC. It hasn't changed much actually, other than one way you can redeem half the amount of points that are seen here and for half the maximum ticket value. The key takeaways from maximizing your Avion award chart is that if you're going to redeem, say, 15,000 points for one of those quick getaways, you want to try and get your maximum base ticket value at the $350 that you see there. And same for all the other levels. You want to try and push it right to that maximum ticket value, and that's the base price, because these points do not cover any taxes or fees. You have to pay extra points or cash for those extra taxes or fees. And I think the biggest takeaway from this chart over the last 6 years since we first posted it is travel to Europe, and I hear about this a couple times per month. People email me about the Europe where it says 65,000 points, maximum ticket price $1,300, and everybody's like, why is the cash copay on that so big? And that's, this isn't just Avion reward chart. This is the Amex fixed points for travel chart. It's anything, any of these, or even air miles, any of these programs that have to buy tickets from an airline, they pass along anything that isn't the base fare to the consumer. And in the case of Europe, this is the worst example of it, or an example of the worst case scenario is flights to Europe in economy class, is the base fare that airlines charge is extremely low. And then they add on the carrier surcharge, or some call it fuel surcharge still, and then all the taxes and fees. And so when this is passed along from the airlines to Avion, well, RBC and Avion Rewards, or Amex's fixed point for travel, or air miles, it's broken down that way. And because of the rules in these programs, the points only cover the base fare. So, and you'll see in the post, which I'll link to below, I put an example of a flight from Montreal, I think it was Montreal to Rome, total price $975.85. So you can redeem 65,000 Avion rewards points for that using the Avion reward chart, but that only covers the base fare. And the base fare of that $975 ticket is $148.98. So over $800 is in surcharges, fees, and taxes, which those 65,000 points don't cover. So there's absolutely no reason to use that chart. You'll get a better redemption just doing the 100 to 1 with the RBC rewards, which is still, I mean, it's only a 1% return. So in fact, you're better off with a different credit card, to be honest, once you're going that route. But this highlights the issue with some of these programs that are fixed charts and flights to Europe. Asia and other parts of the world are affected by this, but not as bad as Europe. Europe is just the worst. All the airlines have decided, we're going to compete on the super low base fare, and then add on all the fees. And it's unfortunate because I have received many emails about people saying, I want to use my Avion reward points to Europe, and it costs me more to use the points plus cash than it is to buy the ticket outright. And a lot of times that is, or it's pretty close to the case. So you're not paying more, you're getting something. I mean, in this case, the example I put, you're getting $148 for 65,000 points, which is absolutely bunk. It's terrible. Don't do it. Europe redemptions in economy class with these type of charts, with air miles, with our Amex's fixed points for travel and Avion rewards are just not worth it. The only time it may be is if it's a super expensive last minute ticket, where the base fare may be $1,300 and then your fees are probably $100. So if you have, like I say, $2,100 economy class ticket, then using the points may make sense. But that's really the only case. But in general, the whole article pushes, gives you examples and tells you how you should try and push, the maximum ticket price for all these redemptions, and how you can get pretty decent value. But then it also shows how you lose a little bit of value once you start redeeming your points for taxes and fees, because you're only doing 100 to 1. So it's kind of the quirks of the RBC Avion program. If you guys are if you are an Avion rewards holder and you want to know more about this, let me know. Shoot me an email via our contact form. We have a lot of articles discussing how this program is good and bad all at the same time, in terms of how expensive it can be, in terms of how you redeem compared to other programs. I shouldn't say it's bad. Like it's decent, but there's better. That's the way to put it. To say Avion Rewards is bad, it's not true. It's not bad. There's just better out there in a lot of cases. So if you are somebody who's an RBC card user, Avion Rewards user, and you want to maximize Avion Rewards or want to know what programs may suit your travels and rewards better, definitely contact me. So that's Avion. Next thing we'll cover this week are the changes, or the slight enhancements from Air Canada Aeroplan to their elite status. Just a couple tweaks to the program that were good this week. They now allow elite status members to upgrade to companion using e-upgrade credits. One of our readers said that it was already available for, I believe, international flights or certain flights. So now it seems like you can do it on all flights, that you can use e-upgrades to upgrade to companions. And then the other change to the program is Elite Status Pass. So this is what is awarded, or as an option, to those who are 50K and up, Elite Status members. previously the status pass had to be booked and traveled by the expiry date. So for example, if you have a status pass right now that expires December 31st, 2023, previously you would have to book and travel by December 31st, 2023. So what they've done is that expiry date stays there, but the actual travel dates can be anytime in the future. So as long as you book and apply the pass by that expiry date, it can be travel into the future. So we'll take that same one, December 31st, 2023. As long as you book and apply it by that date, you can be traveling in 2024. As long as this, as far as the schedule goes out from the day you book, and use that. So this is great news. It's a good update to that status pass, because I'm sure a lot of people ended up not being able to use them. So that this, we had a contest last year, and speaking of contests, I'll move on to that too. We had a contest at the end of last year where Bill, one of RWRDS Canada's contributors, gave us a pass to give away because he couldn't use it by the end of the year. So now you can go beyond that. And that's our contest for this week. If you have not seen it, you can enter to win one of these Elite Status Passes. Courtesy of D. You would know D from doing a lot of the reviews on our site. In fact, he just had a review we put up last week of the Etihad business class lounge in Abu Dhabi, so be sure to check that out. But thanks to D, we are giving away one Air Canada Elite Status Pass. If you're unfamiliar with the Status Pass, it gives you kind of like Elite Status benefits for a booking for you and up to 9 people on that same booking. So if you're traveling Air Canada coming up here in the near future and have booked your flights, be sure to enter this contest, because if you win that pass, it will be applied to your tickets, and then you'll get like priority boarding, lounge access, you name it, the things like that. That a lot of the Elite Status benefits give. So I'll put a link to that contest as well. That contest closes on August 20th, 23. So if you happen to be watching this after that, unfortunately, contest will be over. But keep checking. We run a few contests per year. So if you miss this one, keep checking the website for one in the future. Next up, we have the newest credit card review on the website. And that is the BMO CashBack World Elite Mastercard has now received the RWRDS Canada review treatment. We haven't touched this card since its old version, when it was just a flat 1.5% cashback card many years ago. So it was definitely due for a review on our site. Read the review to see what we think is good and not so good. Is it a decent card? It's decent, but it's, it does not, I'm trying to word this here without being too negative, but it doesn't meet the expectations that I think it should, and it definitely does not meet the standards of a lot of other websites who list this as the best cashback card in Canada, or one of the best cashback cards for groceries in Canada. Main reason why is those very low monthly caps. It caps its 5% cashback earning at $500 per month. I think it's $500 per month on, oh gosh, I should have put this up here. Well, it's got a few caps on its accelerated earn rates. I think it's 2% earn rates, 500, 300 on the 3%, 300 on 4%. The categories are, like gas, I think is $300 per month. So very low caps for a World Elite card. I would expect caps like that on a lower end card, which I believe is about the same what they do have on their lower end card. But a World Elite card is a high income requirement card that is targeted towards high spenders. And these accelerated earn rates on this card are so low that a lot of high spenders will meet those so quickly and then just be earning 1% that they're better off with other cards out there. So I'll put a link to the review, read it in detail. I won't go too much into it here, but see why RWRDS Canada does not consider this a top 5 cashback card. Check it out. I mean, if you don't spend very much per month and have your annual fees covered by BMO, it's not a bad option as a secondary card, to earn 5% on $500 of groceries per month. But, if you only want to run one card per month, you can earn 5% on $2,000 of groceries per month if you want with other cards. So just keep that in mind. And then we'll close out this week's episode with the newest Hilton Honors promotion, which actually just came out earlier this morning. This promotion offers up to 3 times Hilton Honors points per stay at their hotels worldwide. And so it's going to be 2 times points on all stays. 3 times points is awarded in select cities worldwide. In Canada, that includes Toronto and Montreal. You're going to earn 3 times points. You can register and book already. The promotion doesn't start until September 6th for your actual stays. So stays starting September 6th will earn the bonus, and it runs until December 31st. So if you're staying with Hilton in the next week and a half or 2 weeks before this starts, there is the other promotion where you can earn up to 4,000 bonus points per stay with them. I'll put a link to our Hilton Honors page so you guys can check that out as well. So if you have a Hilton stay and you haven't registered for the old offer in the next couple weeks, check that out. But go ahead and register for this new offer. As I say, always register right away. Because just in case you might forget in the future that there is this bonus promotion, you should always register for promotions right when they come out, and that way you don't have to worry about it. And then if you do have a Hilton stay, even like 3 months down the road, you're not scrambling to see, oh, was there a promotion? You're registered, you go do your Hilton stay and earn your bonus. And these 2 and 3 time points multipliers are great, especially for the longer term or expensive stays, versus those flat rate bonuses. Flat rate bonuses are good for one night stays, cheap stays. Multipliers like this are good for the longer and more expensive stays, because you're getting, you're being rewarded for every dollar you spend rather than per stay. So you can rack up lots of points for it. But if you do even have just a one night $80 stay, still register for this. You might as well earn those double or triple points if you can. Put the link below. Hilton's been great with their promotions. They've been the most consistent for, gosh, probably good 4 or 5 years. All the other chains, I can't say all the others. I mean, Best Western's pretty consistent, Choice Hotels, but in terms of really good promotions out of the big popular chains like Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott, Hilton has been right up there, providing the most promotions, most points. You pretty much can go every day of the year and earn bonus points with Hilton, whereas the others, Marriott's been very back and forth with their promotions. They haven't had as many as they used to. So if you're somebody who stays in a lot of hotels and Hilton is your brand or one of your top brands, check out this promotion, as you will be able to earn quite a bit more points on those stays. And that's all we have for this week in rewards for August 12th to 18th. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and I will talk to you guys next week.